Hey everybody, Joel, Moose Droppings. Today we have just finished a brake job on the Volvo XC60 and we are going to take a look and finally install and show you our Elevate titanium lug, stud, and lug nut replacements for the factory traditional lug bolts. So if you have any P2, P3 later platform, SUV, larger ones, you know that you're using these annoying European style. It makes it very difficult. We're gonna finally get around to putting these brand new titanium ones on from Elevate, and we'll show you what happens, what we find in here, and how great your life is gonna be. Okay, so as mentioned, we just finished the brake job. We got the rotors turned, we got the new pads, and we figured, well, wait a minute, since we took all of these off and we have the Elevate kit that's been sitting here ready to go on, we just haven't had time with the T5 engine rebuild, we're gonna go ahead and get at it. So these are great for any P2, P3 later models that have the traditional European style lug bolts on there, which if you've ever changed a tire, done your brakes, you know that these things are super annoying. They come off, you're trying to put your tire back on, you can't get it on, you have to roll it, you're wrestling with it, as opposed to the traditional just, you know, lug nuts that go on any other part. So the Elevate kit is great. As always, everything comes packaged. Everything is full of instructions, color instructions. But overview, what the set includes is going to be the 20 titanium studs that we have here. It comes with, also 20 of the titanium lug nuts. So that's going to do the whole set, the whole thing. We have a 17mm socket, 1/2-inch drive, and this is a non-marring tip. So when you put this on, you're not scratching, you're not doing anything crazy on the lug nuts. They're going to last, they're going to look good on there. With that, you will also have the blue thread locker, which is going to lock the actual pin in there. You have your anti-seize, which is going to be used on the lug nut to the stud. And you also have the installation 6mm Allen, which is going to help you to get these in. So essentially a complete kit. And I did see on their website also, they do have extended ones. So I know some of you like to run spacers on your application. So make sure that when you're ordering, you take a look and see what's available, because one may be better for what you're trying to accomplish there. So what we'll do next is we'll go ahead and take a look at the product close up and see what we think about it. Okay, so initially taking a look, we know what the factory ones look like. They're bulky, they're heavy, they're ugly. In the Elevate kit, again, titanium lug nuts, the titanium studs on there. Just looking at the construction, we're like, wow, this is really nice. You know that the factory stuff dulls out, it gets beat up. It's just, you know, it's a lug nut. There's not much attention paid other than safety. And let's put a shiny tip when it rolls out of the factory. With the Elevate, they started and used, you know, some of the best quality titanium. And on their website, it does mention the weight reduction factor, and weight reduction at the wheel is important, right? Because that's where everything's spinning. That's where you're trying to get your power to. Noted on the Elevate's website, I think it was 105 grams that they had for the factory one, and just about 40 for the titanium set. And you can feel easily the difference that, yeah, this is, you know, almost 3 times heavier than this. So just a lightweight product. In terms of the machining, everything just looks perfect, as in with anything that Elevate gets. And it's going to be super simple to install. So let's go ahead and we'll show you what we're going to do on one per the instructions, which essentially is going to be putting the thread locker on the smaller portion here. We've already cleaned out the holes as the instructions mentioned. We ran a wire brush through there and then hit it with an air compressor just to make sure that everything is nice and clean. We'll put that thread locker on, and then we'll go ahead and we will hand thread this in, and then we will follow it up with the supplied 6mm Allen, and it says that we're going to tighten it just securely. So we're going to go pretty much as hard as we can with this wrench, and then we'll move on to mounting the rest of them and putting the tire on, and we'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so per Elevate's instructions, we are going to put a drop or two. Hey, what are you doing? Drop or two, 1, 2. Hey, Charlie, on there. And then as we screw it in, it's going to go ahead and give us, it's going to get all worked into those threads. As with most things important in life, we will do hand snug first, and then we will go with the 6mm Allen that was included. And again, the instructions do say just tighten sufficiently. So essentially, we're just going to tighten until we can't tighten anymore with this wrench. Obviously, if we were to pull out the big torque wrench or the 1/2-inch drive, we could probably really crank on that, but Elevate's thought about that, and the amount of torque that a grown man can apply with this wrench is probably what they mean by sufficiently. So we'll just give it kind of one more, and that's good. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out the other 4, and then we'll bring you back to show you what that looks like. Okay, so we have applied our small amount as recommended of the anti-seize on there. What we're gonna do is we are just gonna kind of work that in real quick on there, and we're gonna go around and do it on all of these just so that we already have a nice even spread of that. So we'll do that, and then what we're gonna do is stick the tire on here, and we'll show you the end result after we have torqued down to 105 pounds, and we'll call it a day. So essentially, instead of fumbling and putting your bolts in, we just pick this up and that's it. We put our lug nuts on and we torque it. So overall, install super easy. Product looks great, feels great, weight's great, just looks solid. I would recommend anybody that has these old crappy guys, check out the Elevate titanium set and get converted. Save yourself the hassle.